you know, there still is discrimination. It still is harder for women to get in than men, and there's still fewer young women who think of that as a possibility. Like when I was growing up, it was not a possibility. It wasn't something you aspired to because it wasn't going to happen, you know. Well, in a lot of ways, a lot of women still don't know about, you know, this possibility. And, you know, they're very, you know, they're still good paying jobs. They have better benefits than in a lot of places. And I think at the best, City Light had maybe 8% women. I could be wrong, but I think so. And then after initiative, what was the number? 200? Yes. The one that got rid of affirmative action. You know, we advocated to the city that they should, you know, stand up against it, take it to court, ignore it, you know, continue on. And there's no reason why that couldn't have been done, because people knew, number one, people knew it was wrong. Number two, the darn thing was worded in such a way that I am convinced many people voted for it thinking they were voting for affirmative action, not against it.
Right.
The wording should never have been allowed, you know, because it did not express what it was. And they could have easily fought it, but they refused to. Mm-hmm. And now there are some women going in, but it's not easy, and they're tending to get back to the thing that happened to the men of color back in the old days. They come in one or two at a time. You know, the pressures are very great. There's a lot of negative stuff. One or two people in positions of power, like a crew chief, can basically run somebody off the job pretty easily.
Right.
And so I think the numbers are dropping. And City Light is known to have better numbers than some, and that's because of Nettie Dokes, who is herself an African-American woman, who was the first African-American woman to graduate from the lineman apprenticeship. Mm. And, you know, I think she's pretty good at recruiting. But even so, the story's not good, and, you know, in government it's better than in the private sector by a long shot.